I claim to be a warlock, which doesn't say anything. It doesn't quite exist, as there were like claims of sorcery, there were claims of wizard, there were claims of alchemist. There was actually the people looking into purifying gold, refining gold, like harvesting gold, and use all the weird stuff they use to purify gold, and to spin out of their way people too curious about it. So what do you tell them? Probably the stories that made the character of the alchemist, which is go get lost. Okay, we're into serious business, get lost. I think that's where it's remained through time and what it's associated to. You're way too curious about gold. You're way too curious about gold production. You'll end up with a story of an alchemist one way or another, and you'll kill yourself. They don't want you there. I think you can imagine why. Yeah. So walking my way to something that is closer to the phantasm of alchemists, which would be someone who has an understanding of the atom that is unique, that is exclusive to his psychoactive ability of mind over matter. Ambitious sounds like that sometimes. Anyway, so as entry level into whatever I can, the only thing I can do is talk my way out of it, of situation you would bring to me, spiritual or cultural, and I can talk it out. I have that ability, that mind of synthesis and analysis that allow me to argue. It is debate, it is argument. I'm not that good with someone throwing things at me, having that red frequency in his eyes and deciding to kill people. And by some extent, I botched a cigarette in the parking zone for the handicapped people. I mean, and there you go. I was the incarnation of evil, worthy of a punch in the face that could probably kill me. I survived nonetheless, even though that environment does exist. Technically speaking, I'm invalid because of severe anxiety. I am paranoiac, believe it or not. Where would that paranoia come from? How exactly does a brain like mine? How exactly does a brain like mine remain unnoticed, undetectable, and somehow unexploited? I'm paranoiac, whatever. The thing I'm proud of is what might have come from spying on me. My brain is quite a piece of nature. The rest of my body not that much. But my brain is quite a piece of nature, and my body sustains it quite well. I once said about circus, and I think it's about the Shriners. That very cool symbol of a sword with a crest hooked on it, kind of thing. That must be freaking expensive. Taking care of all these animals. I mean, they stink. They need medical. They're sad. It's a sad life for them. It's animal cruelty, having them in circus. What I'm interested into, I mean, me personally, what I'm interested into going to a circus is see the humans deployment, the humans accomplishment, the humans gymnastic. And I think they're wasting their time and their money with animals. Soon enough, le Cercle du Soleil actually appears in Montreal, exclusive Montreal, to have the very premiere from that also popular space clown Guy Laliberté. Freaking popular, make tons of money, so freaking efficient, not having animals, having exclusively humans, and all the arguments that said to my friends or I said to my parents watching an ad of the Shriners on television. I think the year after, clack, 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 the magic without the animals, just like Saturday Night Live stated so adequately. Uh, I guess animals are happier. I would suspect, but they save tons of money. The fact that you are wasting your time, you are looking like an idiot, and you could save tons of money was totally right. That ability to analyze was actually absolutely right. So what's the point? What's the freaking point? I mean, somebody else could figure it out. It's never been attributed to me, but that person, the path of that specific person, being that popular, throwing the freaking huge Guy Liberté party, going to space with the Russian agency wearing a clown nose, and later on Russians are a threat of being so freaking militarized. And where would that money come from? From the master of the Cirque du Soleil, partially speaking. I mean, what am I doing in there? I'm paranoia. I once said, because I'm not sure where that one come from, but I heard that it's a tradition in hotel to have a Bible in the drawer of each room, to have a Bible in every single room. And of course, I said again, it's like they're wasting their time. And it must be so freaking expensive. Think about the amount of books, the huge crates of books just to have a Bible in every single room. What's the sulfurous echo feedback I had from culture that I think that comment could have triggered? The Hilton. The Hilton, with their sulfurous vibe, Paris Hilton, not to name her, kind of thing, sulfurous, celebrity. What's your goal in culture? Be a star. Me, and actually, she been a star. She had that talent of a star. Culture is like that. We're too late, or years afterwards, and they save tons of money not having Bibles in their room. I'm sure they have tons of other freaking good idea as corporate people running a business, but how much money exactly did they save over the others? Keeping that tradition by being modern, a bit edgy, with a G string showing off their shorts, and they actually won the business, the corporate, the faster, the contemporary, the right on time. Where are 2000? How long are we gonna drag traditions like that? That whole process has been answered already. I mean, it's not like they lost that much credibility. It's not like they had cross burned in their front yard or nothing like that. I'm the one who's psyched out at being careful what he's saying, at developing a mass amount of parameter and processing each time I take a decision or I say something. And the bottleneck, the critical point is, shall you survive your own discipline? Shall you survive your own career? Those are nerves processing all these ambitious and idealistic ideas of yours. Will you survive your own mental process? And apparently I did. They're all reflexes now. All the parameters I have to take care of in order to be functional, efficient, and looking over a bright future for everyone are all built in and are hard coded. Anxiety. Oh, yeah. None of the other diagnostic, I don't have Parkinson, I don't have any neurodegenerative diagnostic, HTH, ITS, sexually transmitted infection, STI, AIDS, HIV, hepatite, acne. Anyway, I'm kind of perfect health, and technically, I have a brain chemistry dysfunctionality that makes me insane, and not brain adaptation to inhumane condition. My paranoia make me think that my books were worth being burned. It ain't that much, it definitely ain't as much as a space clown militarizing Russia. When exactly do you feel the need to burn books? Why would you burn books? Think about it.